Hello guys, I am Saurabh Bulodi and I welcome back every one of you joining from across the globe to my YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to cover all the aspects of living life to the fullest. In this particular video, I'll be covering the document checklist to study in Canada after 12th, that is for graduation, and requirements to study in Canada for post graduation, that is after you have finished your bachelor's. The basic requirement to study in Canada for graduation and post-graduation are similar, and we will be going through all these documents in detail. So watch this video till the end. Additionally, I'll try to use both English and Hindi as languages in my video so that information seekers, students and people anywhere on the map can relate to it and use the same information. ऑल माई इंडियन फ्रेंड्स एंड पेरेंट्स और एस्पायरिंग स्टूडेंट्स जो भी ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं, आज हम उन सारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स की बात करेंगे जो एक इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स को फुलफिल करनी पड़ती है इन ऑर्डर टू कम हेयर एंड स्टडी इन कैनेडा। इन केस आप यहाँ पे 12th के बाद आना चाहते हैं फॉर ग्रेजुएशन या पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन या PGDM के लिए आना चाहते हैं, तो आप ये पूरी वीडियो एंड तक देखिए बिकॉज इट विल बी रियली हेल्पफुल फॉर यू गाइज। The very first thing that is required for you to have when you think of Canada as the destination to study is the passport. Please note that your passport must be valid and should not expire during your stay in Canada. Let me make this very clear with an example that if you are aiming for a 2-year course starting in January 2021, your passport must be valid and should not expire until at least 2023. Your passport is also required for you to give an English proficiency test, which brings us to the second mandatory requirement, that is your TOEFL score or IELTS band. IELTS and TOEFL are required. IELTS and TOEFL are required for you to get admission in top universities and colleges. Although I need to highlight here something is that all colleges and university may or may not ask for this test, but again IELTS and TOEFL are some of those exams which make your visa filing as a under SDS category, visa filing under SDS category a strong case. So guys, this is a really important exam, and if you want to give one of these exams, you must have a valid passport with yourself. अगेन फॉर आर इंडियन फोक्स जो सबसे पहली चीज़ अपने को चाहिए होती है वो है एक वैलिड पासपोर्ट। अब वैलिड पासपोर्ट क्या होता है मैं आपको बताता हूँ। जितना आपका ड्यूरेशन ऑफ कोर्स है इन कैनेडा, उतना देर तक के लिए आपका पासपोर्ट एक्सपायर नहीं करना चाहिए। एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि अगर आपका कोर्स 2 साल का है और जनवरी 2021 में स्टार्ट हो रहा है, तो और तब आपका पासपोर्ट जनवरी 2023 तक एटलीस्ट एक्सपायर नहीं होना चाहिए। पासपोर्ट पहली रिक्वायरमेंट। दूसरी रिक्वायरमेंट जो बहुत ज़्यादा नेसेसरी है वो है एक इंग्लिश प्रोफिशिएंसी टेस्ट का स्कोर, या तो आइल्स या TOEFL, और ये दोनों एग्ज़ाम आप बिना पासपोर्ट के नहीं दे सकते हैं। सो पासपोर्ट अगर आपके पास हो, इन दोनों में से आप एक एग्ज़ाम दे के अपनी स्टडीज़ कैनेडा में करने के लिए 2 स्टेप क्लोजर हो जाते हैं। The third compulsory requirement to study in Canada is to have proof of acceptance in a DLI, that is a designated learning institute. Let me brief you a bit about DLI. The designated learning institutes or DLIs are Canadian approved school, colleges, universities to host international students, and the international student needs to be accepted in one of these colleges, universities that are in the DLI panel. So don't you worry if you don't know about DLI much. I'll make a separate video on how to check if your college or university is on the DLI list or not. So as soon as you apply in colleges and university for the course of your preference, you will receive an offer letter. This offer letter will contain all the information regarding tuition fees, the start date of the course and a lot more. Once you have fulfilled this condition in the offer letter and submitted your fees, you will receive a letter of acceptance from the college or university. This letter of acceptance can be used and will be used as proof of acceptance of you in a DLI. For people joining from India, जो थर्ड रिक्वायरमेंट है वो है कि आप एक कैनेडा की यूनिवर्सिटी या कॉलेज में एज ए स्टूडेंट एक्सेप्टेड हो गए हों। उसके लिए आपका इन कॉलेजेस या यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में अप्लाई करना ज़रूरी है। जैसे ही आप उनकी सारी क्राइटेरिया में फिट हो जाते हो और उनकी सारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स फुलफिल कर देते हो, कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी आपको एक लेटर ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस देता है आफ्टर यू हैव फुलफिल्ड ऑल द रिक्वायरमेंट्स इन द ऑल द रिक्वायरमेंट्स एंड क्राइटेरिया इन द ऑफर लेटर सेक्शन। तो कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी आपको एलओए प्रोवाइड करता है। ये लेटर ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस आपका प्रूफ है कि आप डीएलआई में एडमिट हो चुके हैं, एक डीएलआई में आपको एडमिशन मिल चुका है। The fourth necessary requirement is that a student shows enough proof of funds to take care of living expense in Canada. And how to show it? It's very simple. To show the proof of funds, one needs to open a GIC account in a Canada-based bank and to qualify for a student visa to study in Canada. This GIC account is the proof that student has sufficient funds to survive for a year in Canada. A minimum of 10,000 Canadian dollar needs to be put in a Canadian-based bank. The bank repays this amount to the international student over 12 months from the month the student lands. Guys, GIC अकाउंट जो आप खोलोगे कैनेडा बेस्ड बैंक में, वो सिर्फ आपका प्रूफ ऑफ फंड्स नहीं होगा, बल्कि ये मनी आपको हेल्प करेगा इनिशियल फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ लिविंग इन कैनेडा में। Folks, the Canadian immigration requires an international student to undergo a compulsory medical examination from the doctors and hospitals in the immigration panel. No need of overthinking, guys. Here I'll say no need of overthinking. This medical examination is just another routine checkup. You will require this report at the time of visa filing, making it an important requirement to study in Canada. Now we will talk about statement of purpose, letter of recommendations, work experience, resumes, and a lot more. Guys, I want you to pay special attention to this part. The statement of purpose is mandatory at the time of visa filing. Let me explain you a bit about SOP. An SOP is a written document that talks about your career paths, interests, professional contribution, goals, and more importantly, the driving force behind pursuing a particular course in a particular university or a particular college. Let me make it crystal clear that only SOP is mandatory at the time of visa filing, and all the other documents such as letter of recommendation from former employer or professors, work experience, and resumes are just the supporting document that are required to make your visa file more strong. LORs, resumes, and work experience might not be necessary for studying in Canada, but are also the requirements of certain colleges and universities that ask for these additional documents. Guys, LOR, resumes, work experience mandatory है, compulsory नहीं है स्टडी करने के लिए कनाडा में, बट बहुत ज़्यादा कॉलेजेस एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज़ ये एडिशनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स भी मांगती हैं। बट SOP, हाँ, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस मैंडेटरी है एक स्टूडेंट को लिखना वीज़ा फाइलिंग के दौरान। And guys, last but not least, one must have a credit card with an international payment service to make these payments on different stages. College fees, on the other hand, can be transferred using various other payment options. ये सारी ट्रांजैक्शन, इंटरनेशनल ट्रांजैक्शन करने के लिए आपके क्रेडिट कार्ड पे इंटरनेशनल पेमेंट ऑप्शन ऑन होना चाहिए। फीस वगैरह तो आप कॉलेज की अलग मोड ऑफ पेमेंट से भी दे सकते हो, बट ये जो छोटे छोटे ट्रांजेक्शन्स हैं, इंटरनेशनल ट्रांजेक्शन्स, उसके लिए आपके क्रेडिट कार्ड पे इंटरनेशनल पेमेंट ऑन होनी चाहिए। So now guys, you know all the requirements to study in Canada. Make a checklist and you are good to go. Guys, as I am traveling to Canada in January 2021, therefore I'll be posting a lot of content about accommodation, immigration, document requirements, quarantine plan, winter shopping, and a lot more. So stay tuned to my channel for regular updates. Wish me luck, and if you guys have found this video really informative, kindly give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends and aspiring students, and tell them to subscribe to my channel for regular updates. And if you got any questions, ask them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as many as possible. And thanks for joining in, guys. See you all in my next video.